Danielle joins us now with a first look at the weather. We knew this was coming. It was in the forecast for a long time, but still there's a lot of that here we go again feeling.
Yeah, and it's no matter what, the first snow, even if you know it's coming, it's still surprising when you actually get it, right? It's like, oh, here we are. Yes. This is a one-day thing, though. Temperatures will start to really climb, and the sun will be back tomorrow. So we can deal with this for a day, right? Check out what Banff looks like in the top left. And just Highway 22, just south of Calgary. You can see the snow accumulating there, and Highway 2 near Nanton. Now, Medicine Hat is more of a rain event at this point. And I'll show you the radar in just a moment, what's going on, or just in a little bit. But just to talk about reduced visibility, because it's down to 3.2 kilometers in Calgary, under a kilometer in Springbank, 2.8 in Pincher Creek, and 6.4 in Lethbridge. So overall, this is reducing visibility out there. Plus, the roads are slick. So take your time. -3 is the temperature, but yes, also wind chill is back, and it feels more like -8 with the wind chill. Downtown, base temperature -2. Big Four Motors, Calgary's original Jeep store and more in Tazaw Park, is at a base temperature of -3. For tomorrow morning, you're waking up to a wind chill of -11. So be prepared for a cold start, but the snow tapers off while we're sleeping tonight, setting us up for a day that will slowly climb to 6 degrees. Ian?
Thank you, Danielle. Of course, our hearts go out to people who are dealing with homelessness in weather like this.
Especially in weather like this, yes.
And it's going to get a lot colder, but on the plus side, this is a short-lived weather event.
Yeah, it's a one-day thing. We bounce back up. We have sunshine and warmer temperatures tomorrow. Still cool tomorrow, but temperatures will climb throughout the week. So, and we're not expecting any more snowfall this week anyway. All right, Capital Chef Skycam showing you the reduced visibility out there, the snow that's falling in the distance. It's going to be on-off snow as we head through the rest of this evening and through the overnight hours. And yeah, wind chill is back in Calgary right now. -3 is the base temperature at the airport, but it feels closer to -8 with the wind chill. Claresholm, -1 is the base temperature, feeling closer to -6. Lethbridge feeling closer to -5 with the wind chill. Medicine Hat is close to the freezing mark. It's sitting at +1, which is why we're starting to see rain transition into snow, but not quite dealing with wind chill just yet because we're above the freezing mark. Maximum wind gusts today, 61 kilometers per hour in Calgary and 67 in Pincher Creek. It's also been a windy day. So with the snow falling plus the wind, certainly helping to reduce visibility even further out there. Medicine Hat 59 kilometers per hour and Brooks just over 40. And that's why, again, visibility is reduced in many communities. It's starting to get a lot worse in Medicine Hat over this past half an hour. It's down to 6.4 kilometers. Calgary's down to 2, 3.2 in Pincher Creek. This is really where we're experiencing the snowfall, and that's why I'm going to show you this on the radar in just a second. All right, we have statements in place in the purple and in the white. It's a snowfall warning. Basically, in total with this system for today, we're looking at 5 to 10 centimeters possible. Calgary over to Claresholm, over to Brooks. To the west of that, along the foothills, 10 to 15 centimeters in total with this system. I'll show you what's remaining and what you can expect from this point on in just a moment. But here's what it looks like on the radar right now. You can see all the white and blue. This is the snowfall, and then it's transitioning from rain to snow right now in the Medicine Hat area because we're dipping close to that freezing mark there. So yes, still heavy at times. You'll have breaks from the snow. This is a look at the future cast, and the key thing with this is at 2:30 tomorrow morning. So overnight, this really starts to taper off. The clouds will stick around for the morning hours in most communities, and then that will clear out for tomorrow afternoon, leaving us with some sunshine and, of course, cool temperatures still tomorrow. All right, snowfall forecasts of what's remaining. So really from now through these overnight hours, another 3 centimeters likely in Calgary, through Okotoks. Pincher Creek, 7 to 8 centimeters. Lethbridge could see another couple centimeters as well. Looking at that Capital Chef 5-day forecast, 6 degrees for tomorrow, so well below normal. Normal's 11. And in the morning with the wind chill, it will feel closer to -11. So cold start, just getting up to 6, but just the clouds clearing out, and then we have a long stretch of some stable weather where temperatures will climb, and by the weekend we'll be back into the plus double digits.
Danielle, we'll get to see the sunshine tomorrow. That will be a treat.
I know.
Today.
I know. It won't be significantly warmer tomorrow, but this afternoon temperatures drop throughout the day. So this afternoon we were below the freezing mark. right? Currently sitting at -3 with a wind chill of -8. Today's high, though, was 7, but that was at midnight, and then we dropped throughout the day today. Of course, nowhere near our normal of 11. Capital Chef 3-day forecast showing you a high of 6, but that will be tomorrow afternoon where it should be, and that will be mainly sunny by the afternoon hours because the clouds will clear out throughout the morning. But be prepared for a wind chill of -11 at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so a cold start. Wednesday, a high of 7 with some sunshine, 6 for Thursday.
Have more details on that sale up on our CTV Calgary website.
We know you'll be there on the weekend. Thank you, Terry. Let's bring Danielle in now. Okay, you told us the snow was coming, so we were emotionally prepared at least, but how long is it going to last?
You know what? This is just a one-day thing, Tara. This will taper off overnight tonight. And the one thing that will stick around, though, the cooler temperatures. That's what we have to be prepared for. So I'll show you the next 24 hours in just a second. But first, let's take a little dance around and check out some areas. Look at Banff. You can see a little bit of snow accumulating there. Of course, the pavement is so warm. So thankfully, it's not accumulating much anywhere on the pavement, which is making for better roads, but still slippery roads. Highway 22 south of Calgary seeing some snowfall. Many areas in southern Alberta seeing some snowfall right now, and I'm getting some on my head here in the southwest part of Calgary. -3 is the current base temperature, but with the wind chill it feels closer to -8. For tomorrow morning, be prepared for a wind chill of -11, but the snow will tape off overnight while we're sleeping. We'll have the cloud cover stick around for the early morning hours, then that will start to clear out tomorrow morning. So mainly sunny for tomorrow afternoon, but just a high of 6, and we'll stay in those single-digit highs for quite a while. I'll show you that in the longer range coming up. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Let's bring Danielle back in now. It wasn't a big snow event, but it is cold out there today.
Yeah, you're right. Very cold. We have wind chill that we're contending with on top of the snowfall and the wind, the strong wind gusts at times. So in Calgary, the base temperature at the airport is -3, but with the wind chill, it feels closer to -7. Clare's Home feeling closer to -6. Pincher Creek -7. Lethbridge -5. Medicine Hat, not quite a wind chill just yet because we're just at the freezing mark. So Medicine Hat is just starting to cool down. All right, when we look at maximum wind gusts today, so we've had the snow falling in many communities and it's also been windy, so all of that has been blowing around and reducing visibility even further. We'll talk more about that in just a second. 67 kilometers per hour, the maximum gust so far in Pincher Creek, 61 for Calgary, 48 for Brooks and 59 for Medicine Hat. So again, with the snow falling and the wind blowing things around, Calgary was down to about a kilometer earlier today with reduced visibility. Now we're back up to about 6.4, but it's still reduced significantly out there. 9.7 in Pincher Creek, 2.4 in Lethbridge, and 3.2 Medicine Hat. So the roads are a little slick and visibility is reduced, so take your time out there if you do have to head out. Now, when we look at this system as a whole, so today and tonight, total 5 to 10 centimeters possible in these areas. So Calgary down through Clare's Home and over to the Brooks area. Off to the west, that's where we'll likely see higher amounts, 10 to 15 centimeters. So from Pincher Creek up through the foothills and through Canmore and Banff. Again, this does taper off tonight. It's a one-day thing. Here's a look at the system, and you can see the snowfall here in Calgary down through Lethbridge, and you can see it just starting to make its transition from rain to snow in the Medicine Hat area because we're down to that freezing mark now there. When we look at amounts, I'll show you total amounts we can expect in just a moment. But let's look at timing first. And if we go through these overnight hours, by about 3:30 in the morning, this should mainly be out. There may be some residual snowflakes here and there, but the clouds will still stick around. So tomorrow morning, the clouds will start to clear out, and by tomorrow afternoon, it looks like this, mainly sunny. So a nice day for tomorrow. When we look at snowfall amounts just from this point, so from right now in through these overnight hours, another couple centimeters possible in Calgary, about 3 centimeters more possible in Okotoks, so what we already have, 2 centimeters in Lethbridge, and about 2 for Tabor and Milk River. Looking at that Capital Chef 5-day forecast showing you brighter weather as we go through the rest of this week. So 6 degrees is our high for tomorrow. Keep in mind, cool to start with a wind chill of -11 in the morning. And we'll remain with those daytime highs in the single digits for all of this work week. But by the weekend, we should get into the plus double digits once again. Tara?
Thank you, Danielle.
Here's our Capital Chef Skywatch camera, and we had some snow in Calgary accumulate in some spots. for many communities in Calgary, just in the grass, on the rooftops, but in some areas, it did accumulate on the roads as well. So slick driving conditions out there. This is northwest Calgary and Rocky Ridge. Brian Rushfelt sent this one in, so you can see those roads looking pretty slick right there. When we have the wind, when we have the snow, when we have these colder temperatures, and really for most of us, it's our first snow, especially here in Calgary off to the west. Some communities have already seen some, but this is one of those times that if you do have to drive out there this evening, take your time. -3 is the current temperature, with the wind chill feeling closer to -8. Now, we did get to a high of 7 today, but that was at midnight, and then we've been dropping throughout the day rather than warming like a typical day. Normal daytime high is 11 degrees for this time of year. Checking out across the country, well, we saw 7 today. Edmonton, a high of 6. Look at out east, well into those mid-20s for Toronto, Ottawa, low 20s for Montreal. We won't get that warm, but we will get warmer, but we're going to have to wait until the weekend, really. With the wind chill, it feels closer to -7 at the moment in Calgary, -6 in Claresholm, and -4 in Lethbridge. So wind chill is a factor. Here's the snow. Now we have it basically all has transitioned over into snowfall. The rain just moving into parts of Saskatchewan. This snow will be on and off through tonight. So taking a look at tomorrow, when everything moves on out, the clouds will start to move on out as well tomorrow. So this is just a one-day snow event. 13 for Kelowna tomorrow, 7 for Edmonton and Red Deer, Calgary 6, Lethbridge 11, Medicine Hat 8. Again, the clouds will clear out in the afternoon hours. And looking at that Capital Chev 10-day trend, single-digit daytime highs right through this work week. We will get back into those double digits by the weekend, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Very cool. I wish him luck. That's great.
It's also easy to be faster when it's cold out. I find I can run to that building and get warm.
Good point. Good point.
Anyway, here's a look at what we are looking at for the next 5 days. And daytime highs will remain in those single digits for the entire work week. So be prepared for the cooler air to stick around. But the snow is done overnight tonight. That will clear out. But in the morning, -11 is what it will feel like with the wind chill. So bundle up. Keith Carr sent this one in from Canmore, taken in Three Sisters Village, saying about what he can tell, about 15, maybe even 20 centimeters already with this one. So, yeah.
We got off easy is what you're saying.
Yep. That's
really
exactly it. Weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate.
Thanks for your company tonight. Have a terrific evening. Stay warm. We'll see you tomorrow.